Welcome back to the State and Local Sports Show. Here to talk about the Sac Joaquin Section football playoffs. They were unveiled on Saturday. Here with Mark Tennis, the co-founder and editor of CalHighSports.com. And Mark, one of the bigger questions for our area was St. Mary's 9-1. They won their third straight league title. Would they be the 1 seed? Would they be the 2 seed? They ended up being number 2. They'll get number 15 Modesto tomorrow night. That's Thursday. Don't really think it matters, especially because in this section the championship games are neutral site games. The question would be, well, who faces number 4 Oak Grove? Who faces number 3 Oak Ridge? Oak Ridge a little bit tougher, but to me you have to beat those caliber teams anyway, so not really shocked and don't really think it matters in the long run.
No, don't think it matters. Not shocked. Some of the computer rankings had St. Mary's higher because they played St. John Bosco, but in the big picture, again, it doesn't matter really that much. Oak Ridge only lost to Folsom by 1 point last week, so maybe that is a little tougher game. But Elk Grove is still Elk Grove, and I wouldn't, playing them is certainly not going to be easy for Folsom. That's who they played in the final last year. So, no, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, it's funny. You look at these early round matchups and so many where it's like, oh my gosh, can we find one that's going to be close? But that Final Four in Division I, especially since before last year they changed the rules that if you win the Division I league, you got to play Division I, has really made that the preeminent bracket when it gets toward the end.
Yep.
Down from the medium-sized school, Manteca slips down into Division IV. That is a co-VOL champion with Oakdale and Central Catholic. A little bit ironic given last year some of the Buffalo's fans obviously were unhappy Sierra dropped to Division IV, won a section and state title. Manteca, again, I believe either the largest or second largest school in Division IV, just kind of snuck down there. I mean, if I was a betting man, I'd put down all my savings on them just rolling in Division IV. And what I like about the current state bowl system in some cases like Manteca, they're going to get a worthy opponent eventually. When this human committee, not an enrollment-based bracket, sees 12-1 Manteca, only lost to Central Catholic, win over Oakdale, they're going to give them a heck of a team to face. I don't even want to say when they get there.
Yeah, they'll have a good team to play. They're not going to play in a small division as Sierra was last year. And then the other thing that helps Manteca out, which is also interesting, is Sonora slipped down into Division 5 again. So, I mean, if Manteca and Sonora were both Division 4, that would be interesting, and both of those teams are both very good. But now we're going to have probably Sonora rolling in Division 5 and Manteca rolling in Division 4.
You look for storylines come playoff time, what's really compelling, especially in this first round when there's so many games that are probably going to be lopsided. I look at East Union. They're number 13 in Division III, and I should note, after really sticking with Manteca for a lot of the game last week, it's their first playoff appearance since 2010 and just their third since 1992. That's a quarter century. That was also the year of their last playoff win. Their coach, Willie Herrera, his dad was on an undefeated regular season team at East Union in '74. He's a guy who grew up wearing an East Union helmet around his house. That's definitely compelling for me. What do you look at? What's the storyline for you as you head into the section playoffs, whether it be a local team or someone elsewhere?
Well, Folsom is going for their fifth straight championship, so that's probably the biggest storyline. And then Central Catholic, the way they lost to Oakdale last week, that makes that Division II very interesting because you have you have Sacramento in there, you have Antelope, you have Central Catholic. You have Del Oro, of course, a state champion from last year. So that Division II bracket, to me, is really intriguing.
Now, I wouldn't even call this an upset pick, but my upset watch as I look at so many potentially lopsided games. You got Tracy at number 13 in Division II. Facing number 4 Jesuit. They've won 4 of their past 5, Tracy has. And we all knew their schedule would be good, but, they narrowly lost to San Ramon Valley, a team that nearly beat De La Salle. They played Freedom, they played Turlock, they played St. Mary's. They just beat Lincoln by 25 points a couple weeks ago. I know the Delta League was very good in Sacramento, but it seemed like it's one of the years where maybe no one was great within that league. If I still had to pick right now, probably Jesuit, but to me, that's my upset watch kind of game. Anything stand out of the brackets to you?
Yeah, I agree. Tracy would have a good chance at that upset. Jesuit did just beat Grant, which is a nice win. It was also at Jesuit, so I think that is a good pick for an upset. Another one in that Division I bracket, which I think could be an upset. Speaking of Grant, which is a number 6 seed. They're playing Granite Bay. Granite Bay is only 4-6, but they played a really tough schedule. They just beat Rockland to basically get into the tournament, and Rockland and Grant played a 1-point game early this season. So that's a first-round matchup that really could go either way, Granite Bay and Grant, and I believe that's Division II.
All right, well, section football playoff time to me is my favorite month and a half or so of the year. It's just a blast. I'll be up at East Union Del Campo on Thursday night, a historic night for the Lancers. Mark Tent's going to head out to Manteca. Look for a column on Saturday about not just Manteca football's playoff start, but their bowl implications down the line. And over at CaliSports.com, all your premium content, state record books, Inside Conno. They have Sac Joaquin section football rankings too. Less than $20 a year, less than $2 a month. And thanks for joining us, Mark.
Thank you, Thomas. Take care.